Welcome to the TireRack.com Champ Car Endurance Series 8 and 7-hour endurance race at NCM Motorsports Park, brought to you by RVA Graphics and Wraps, Frozen Rotors, Bell Racing, the official helmet of Champ Car, Racing Radios, Lifeline, and UUC Motorworks. Also, a big thank you to our class sponsors, Discovery Parts and MoneyShiftRacing.com. Our Sportsmanship Award is brought to you by the Chandler School. It's one of my favorite awards. Me and the team will be looking throughout the weekend for good sportsmanship, and we will award somebody the Chandler School Award. I'm Chelsea Vickery. I will be the race director for the weekend. Ray and Thomas, they will be in tech. Laura and Sue will be in registration. Andy Batts will be in timing. Jimmy will be our equipment manager and on pit road. Jackie will be our pace car driver. I will start by mentioning some COVID guidelines. Please wear a mask, stay in your groups. I know things are changing rapidly all the time with guidelines, but this is where we're at right now with NCM. Stay in your groups, be mindful, please respect everyone during this time. Read through the guidelines that are in the supplemental rules. So when you arrive, you'll be with your group. If you venture out of that group or anywhere indoors, please have your mask on. I will jump into how we start. Like I said, this is an 8 and 7-hour endurance race. On Saturday, drivers, green flag will be at 8:30, checkered at 4:30. Sunday, it will be 8:30 green flag, 3:30 checkered. We will start by picking a random pit stall. So say you're in pit stall 11, we'll go from 11 to 43. And then we'll pick up at 1 and 10, you'll be last. On Sunday, 10, you'll be first. We'll go to 1. We'll pick up at 43, and then 11 will be last. We'll let you out in order behind the pace car under a full course yellow. Warm up your tires and brakes. Get familiar. I'll talk about pit in. So Polly was telling me that at NCM, whenever you come into the pits, it's a little bit tricky finding that. So when you're behind the pace car on the warm-up lap, if you're not familiar with NCM, please get familiar with how to exit the track. There's going to be a break in the pylons in the corner, and that's where you exit. Don't come into crazy down pit road. I know there's going to be a little bit of a jog there. So please keep that in mind. Don't exit the track full speed, full send. There's a lot of room there, I know, to catch some speed. But you are coming up on my crew at pit in, so we don't want you guys to, injure anybody. So please, whenever you exit, keep that in mind. So get familiar with that whenever you're behind the pace car, start of the morning, if you aren't familiar. Whenever you are out there circulating before green flag, we're checking for transponders. So when Andy gives me the thumbs up that, hey, everybody's hitting, we can go green, we will go green as close to 8:30 as possible. Green flag will be shown at start finish only. So if you are in the back of the line, you'll see those double yellows at all of the stands. When those double yellows go in, you are racing. We'll jump into fueling rules. Everybody that comes into pit lane must stop. You'll see a stop sign. You'll see Champ Car crew standing there. They will set a timer on your car. Everybody must stop at pit in and to get a timer. When fueling, that timer is set to 5 minutes. Fueling must be 5 minutes. That's a minimum. So whenever you stop at pit in, you'll get that timer. Please continue down the drive lane. There's going to be a drive lane, a little transition lane, and then your pit box. We ask you that you stay on that drive lane until you get closer to your pit box, and then you cut over. Just don't drive down 15 pit boxes before you get to yours. Please, that's just a safety hazard. Pit road speed is going to be 20 miles per hour. That's going to be the whole year. With Champ Car, me and Dana kind of came up with a speed, so 20 miles an hour it is. If we need to put the speed gun out there, Jimmy loves the speed gun, so just keep that in mind. Whenever you come to your pit box during fueling, no one over the wall, or with anything really, when the car comes to your pit box, no one over the wall until the car comes to a complete stop. We want you guys to keep your kneecaps, your shins, and all of that good stuff. So everybody that's over the wall during fueling must be in full fireproof gear head to toe with your visors down the entire time. One jug over the wall at a time. Like I said, their 5-minute fuel stops are 5-minute minimums. If you're not fueling, you just do what you need to do and you continue to pit out. If you are fueling, these are the specific things that need to be done. Power to the car needs to be off. Hit that kill switch. When the gas cap comes off, you are then under the fueling rules. No extra work can be done on the car at this time. The only thing that you can do is change your driver. The entire time, your visors must be down. There will be pit marshals walking up and down pit road. They'll be making sure while you're fueling that everybody has those visors down. It's pretty much the one thing that we see. It's, you jump over that wall, you're in the moment, you forget to hit your visor. We'll be there to remind you. Fire bottle man, very important. 10-pound bottle, charged, ready, please. Pin pulled, we see that sometimes. You'll be standing there, the pin in. Nothing's going to happen if you need to. So make sure that pin is pulled. Fire bottle man, 7 to 10 feet away, just standing there, ready to save his teammate's life if need be. Make sure your bottles are charged as well. We'll be checking that whenever you guys come in to fuel. Also, remember your drip pans. We want to keep the tracks as clean as possible. So you'll need a drip pan 3 inches deep, 12 inches in diameter. That's the minimum. Clean up your messes. Overfueling, we see that all the time, so I'll talk about it. Whenever you guys overfuel and you go out on track, we're in the tower and we'll get a call from that first corner station and they'll say, cars so-and-so is leaking. We don't know what you're leaking. Even though that you just came off pit road, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, yeah, it's probably fuel. But tracks, they don't care. They don't care. A, it shouldn't be happening, but B, as soon as you're tagged with leaking something, that first corner station, it goes all the way around the track. So it goes from one corner station to the next, and they report your car all the way still leaking, which side it's leaking. So you are tying up the radio at that time. So we'll bring you in, we'll see if it's fuel, we'll maybe send you back, get it fixed, get it taken care of as much as possible. But just keep that in mind if you overfuel, that there's a good chance that you might be brought back in. So once the fueling process is over, you will go to pit out. Everybody must stop at pit out, and everybody, just like everybody must stop at pit in. When you get to pit out, they're going to take that timer. They will do a belt check, make sure you got your bands on, your gear on properly, and then they'll send you out on track. Next, I'll get into rules of the road. ChampCar doesn't condone contact. Any contact that is not minor will result in both cars being black flagged. We'll black flag you. We'll have a conversation, try to figure out what went on, and then we'll hand out penalties accordingly. Maintain your racing room. We have 52 cars right now on a 3.15 mile track. So just maintain that racing room out there. Is the overtaking car's responsibility to plan, execute a safe and clean pass. So if you step out of racing line and you decide you're going to go for a pass and it doesn't go well, you're at fault. We will be doing hot pulls, but while I'm on this topic, we are going to be dealing with the pink 35 flag for NCM. It is new, but we will be using that. Any major incidents, though, we will go full course yellow. We will put the pace car out there, get you guys bunched up. That reminds me, full course yellow, we put the pace car out there. We don't want 2 packs out there or 3 packs out there. So catch up to the leader. The reason we put the pace car out there is so the pack can pass an incident, and then that gap is what the safety crews use to get on track if they need to clean up anything. Please take that seriously whenever you see a full course yellow. But pink 35, there's something going on that we could probably clean up pretty easily. So you'll see the pink 35 come out. We want you to drop your speed to 35 miles an hour. So this reminds me, anytime you see a yellow flag or the pink 35 flag, that means no passing. Absolutely no passing. So you see the double yellows come out, no passing, but that probably means we're putting the pace car out. You see that pink 35 come out, drop your speed down to 35. no passing. Just keep circulating out there until you see those flags come back in, and then you're back to racing. Behavior counts with the pink 35. If you can't, drop that speed down, if we're getting too many passes under it, I'm going to put the pace car out there. You're going to lose racing time. If you're being passed, hold your line. That's just one of the things that we talk about. And if you're passing, make sure that you can do it in a safe, clean way. So intentional or malicious contact, you're done for the weekend. I have no issue taking somebody's armband if they are making the race unsafe. We will give you chances. Everybody makes mistakes, but after a couple or a few, we'll have a more serious talk. So just keep that in mind. No intentional or malicious driving out there. Driver stints are 2 hours max. We are watching you, and your competitors are too. I get it all the time. Some people will come over and they'll just say, "Hey, can you check their times?" And we check your times. Andy's very good at it. So driver stints 2 hours max. We're watching, and your competitors are too. And driver stints are going to start at green flag Saturday and Sunday. I'll talk a little bit about the blend line. Friend Polly was telling me about that. Whenever you exit pit road, you are coming into turn 2. Right before turn 2, there is a little bit of a part in the course that if they're battling and you're coming out onto 2, they're coming into 2, it can cause just a big messy problem. So whenever you exit pit road, you can get a lot of speed into 2. So just keep in mind that there could be traffic. Make sure that you follow that blend line. And even when you do, just keep your eyes up. Make sure that you're aware coming out onto track. I'll go over flags just a little bit. Standing yellow, maybe something's going on. We use a line of sight rule. So you come up on a station showing the yellow. You see a station, it's presenting that yellow, you're under that condition. No passing. If you see that flag, you're not passing. So keep that in mind. You'll pass the stand displaying the flag. You'll pass the incident. Once you come to the next man station that's not displaying a flag, you're back racing. So keep that in mind. Standing yellow, drop your racing speed to 70%. Maybe something that's not as into the racing line or on track. Maybe it's off course, but you just need to be cautious. If you see a waving yellow, we ask you to drop your speed down to 50%. Maybe something's on track in the racing line, more serious. So waving yellow, drop your speed to 50%. No passing under yellows. I'll say it just one more time. The next flag I'll talk about is the red flag. Please come to a quick, controlled stop, preferably off the racing line and facing a corner station. That's the only way we have to communicate with you out there during that time. Red flag means that something bad has happened. It's the flag I hate to use the most. So black flag, if you see a black flag at start finish or at the black flag station, which I'll announce at the track, that means that you need to come in and talk to us at pit in. So black flag, don't send a driver to ask why you're being black flagged or another teammate. It doesn't work. Just come in and talk to us. White flag, if there's a slow moving vehicle, you'll see this white flag. So just keep that in mind, eyes up. There's a slow moving car out there. And then there's a EV flag, a white flag with a red cross. And that just means that the emergency vehicles are out on track. There will be a practice day, 7 a.m. Registration starts on Friday. They will start green flag, or for their test day, will actually start at 8:30, but registration opens up at 7 a.m. The link online to their registration website, you can pre-register if you would like. That is in our supplemental rules that are posted on ChampCar.org. ChampCar.Live will be there. Bill will be doing the show, so make sure to tune in on that. If you have any family members that want to watch, go to ChampCar.Live and please tune in. I want to thank all of our sponsors again: RVA Graphics and Wraps, Frozen Rotors, Bell Racing, Racing Radios, Lifeline, UUC Motorworks, and our title sponsor, TireRack.com. Please reach out to me if you have any questions at chelsea.vickery@champcar.org. And as always, thank you for racing with us. We know you have options out there. It means a lot to us at Champ Car that you continue to support and make this club what it is. Let's go racing.